We're getting ear numbers done this week so these guys can go to their new homes. Any show rabbit always has their ID number tattooed in their left ear. The other one is reserved for if they ever get registered. But even if you're getting a pet, this is always helpful because most people, especially when they're lop-eared, most people don't expect that, even if you're just keeping them as a pet. And I've heard a lot of times in cities and things, if rabbits have a chance of getting stolen, if they're not thinking that there's an ID number, that's a good way to help prove that they're yours, especially if you have a pedigree to go along with it. So I bought this human tattoo pen off of Amazon a while ago, and I really like the results of it so much better than the ones that you can buy for rabbits. But I also use this numbing spray, which really helps them chill out, and honestly, I don't get any fussiness with them at all. So that's really helped, and I always just do it like I'll get all the stuff out, spray everybody's left ear, and then put everything together and then wrap them up, and then by the time I work my way through about 4 or 5 of them at a time, it all tends to work. But I feel like if you do too much more than that, it tends to wear off. Somebody made an oops and made his way out here. I'm gonna see if Mama will let me get him without getting too fussy and get him back in the nest box. This is why I don't like the ones with the U shape at all. I try really hard not to use them, but we ended up with it and we'll replace it eventually. But that is why, because these little guys get out way too early. All right, these two cuties are napping. Say hi there, you're gonna look just like Mama, huh? I bet that one's a blue chinchilla as well. I ended up moving them outside because I will show you. They were in the barn where I have like the nursery stall. It's so dark in there for the most part, as long as when the lights are off. They didn't have a reason to go check things out and just not adventure around. So their eyes were starting to get not stuck together, but enough to where they weren't trying to open them because they didn't have a reason to go venture out. So that's kind of why I also like these lean-to styles, and more air, more light. That's why I try not to have them closed up in a barn as much as possible, just because we're more adventurous and still big fat babies, even at 2.5 weeks old. This is what I want to see. I'm willing to bet this is a boy. I do want to keep one from Willow's litter, but I want to watch him for a while and see confirmation-wise which one ends up being the best. Hopefully a girl. Alright, we had quite the storm last night, and I think this one managed to get himself out of there, but there is no problem for them getting out. So I think we're gonna do what we usually do, is turn the box on its side so they can get in and out and still have somewhere to be gentle, still have somewhere to get, hide in their little nest, but that way they can still get in and out. Because you guys are just so big now, you can get out with no problem, right? So I turned it on its side, and I always feel bad for the mamas because they don't have a crib they can contain the little ones with anymore. So a lot of times mamas have to set boundaries now to keep them from nursing because they don't nurse all the time, and they need to start weaning them until they'll start eating pellets. Okay, let's have a look at Brooke's 12-day-old litter. I'm surprised these guys are growing way faster. It could be just because the last 2 litters were smaller, but I feel like they're maturing way faster than the rest. She still got 4, which was great. Here's the little guy. Come on now. He's still small, but he is growing, so that's a plus. Just clearly he's not going to be a big one. We'll see how he does. What I'll probably do is just maybe keep him till, well, you can nip apparently. He's still full, like he's nursing real well, but he just got a slow start, and this one is even bigger than this one. Hold still now. I mean, we know he's going to be the biggest one, that's for sure. That's what happens when you don't share. But we'll just hold on to the smallest one, maybe till he's 8 weeks before I see, let him go to a pet home, because he's probably not going to do great for showing or anything, but he's still, as long as he looks healthy, he'll still make a nice pet for somebody. You cute. You have to get, which I've said this before in this update, or in their update, but to get the Charlie markings, you have to breed 2 blanket patterned ones. Come on, you're hiding from me. Which is this. So you have to breed 2 of them that are at least like this to get this marking. A lot of people won't, because anything less than 10% color is not showable. So, but as long as they have this stripe, the ears, and their mask, then they're fine. Like, they're still showable. So, but then these guys could definitely not be bred to a broken at all. I wouldn't do that, because then that would be a disqualification for showing. So, but it's fun to get a unique marking every now and again. See, are you guys just so cute at this age? See, it doesn't get any cuter, huh? Yeah? Start looking like little teddy bears. Looking to get a French Lop rabbit, you can find all the details as far as the links in the description. But since you're still here, let me explain how it works. You can choose to pick something and wait just to see what comes available on the for sale page, or you can get on the wait list, which is $75 to do so, and that $75 is applied to the total of the rabbit that you choose, whatever the pricing may be. When you're on the wait list, you get first priority as far as the order of which you all came in on the list. So the other bonus for that is if you're looking for something in particular, a buck, a doe, a certain color, driving distance. I don't have a problem using a transport as long as you set it up and they are able to come here to pick them up. If they are going very long distance, like across the country, we can hold off and keep them until about 10 weeks rather than the 8 weeks. As far as when the kits come available, I usually start evaluating around 5 weeks old and decide the first couple that are able to leave at 8 weeks, which those typically will be priced around $150 to $175. Most of the time there is nothing wrong with them, it's just I can't keep all of them and grow them out to see which ones will be good show prospects. So the ones that just don't make that first cut, they get to go soonest, and then right around 10 to 12 weeks, I'll do another evaluation and see who I want to keep even longer, and potentially the ones that keep it to phase 3 are the ones I'm looking at to grow my herd itself. So those are going to be the best prospects, and those typically are going to be let go around 4 to 6 months old. The price phases of each phase is, like I said, about $150 to $175 for that first phase. Phase 2 is about anything above $175 to $200, and then $200 to $250. Everything comes with a pedigree and an ID number tattooed in their left ear, so they are ready to show. If there are things that maybe I don't think is desirable about them or anything like that, I'm completely willing to tell you that. We can talk about it through email or DM. And if you are just wanting one as a pet, that is completely fine. You don't have to show them. You just have a great quality animal that is a great pet.